Hey, what's up, everyone? John here again, and welcome to the fourth edition of our discussion on stress and trying to reduce stress. So, we went over the good and the bad things, and last time we talked about a couple activities that we can do to reduce what's actually causing stress, try to attack it at its root problem and address it that way. But sometimes we can't just remove stress. Sometimes it's more inherent of what's happening around us and things that are outside of our control. So I want to break down today's discussion into two parts. How we can prevent adding additional stresses, though there are some things that are out of our control, we can influence them. And then to try to take care of just that overall stress, we'll talk about just some activities we can do and some methods to just reduce our overall stress and try to live that healthier life. So first, there's some things we can do as more preventative measures. One thing's for sure, we seem to have very stressful lives as we add things to our schedule and things kind of get out of hand and overwhelming us. So one thing that makes it worse, being sick on top of everything else, is just not fun. It helps, or it can increase our stress, it slows us down, and in our busy lives, that just makes things worse. So 3 things that I found you can do to help influence not getting sick, to help prevent that. So sleep, nutrition, and exercise. Why are they important? Well, if you don't get enough sleep, your body's going to run down, your immune system gets weaker, you may not even have that energy or patience to even deal with your daily situations as you go through. So getting enough sleep, you might feel more relaxed. Maybe if you've had a couple good nights sleep, you feel that relaxation. Things don't seem to bother you as much. Maybe you're not as short-tempered with what's going on. So sleep is important. Again, nutrition. If you're eating good, healthy foods, and that's a whole other topic as to what you need to eat to include that healthy nutrition, but when you're getting it, you're going to have that energy to help you get through the day. You're going to help bolster and strengthen that immune system so that you don't get sick. And then finally, what goes hand in hand with nutrition is a healthy a regular exercise plan. So exercise is kind of twofold. We'll get to the second part next. But the first one is that exercise helps strengthen your body and as well your immune system. So those 3 things will help improve your chances of not getting sick and hopefully overall reduce your stress. So finally, sometimes there's just nothing we can do. We can't avoid it. Stress is everywhere, and we're trying to manage the stress we have. And we're still having those internal chemical changes in our body. And if we can try to take a short break, we can slow that process down. We can even stop it for a while before we get back to our stressful lives. So here's a handful of activities that you can try to reduce those overall stress levels. So again, number 1, top of my list, exercise. It was important to build our immune system. It's also great to help take a break, kind of step back from everything that's going on. What I want you to do is pick something to exercise. Maybe it's not all fun for you. Try and find something that is fun, even if it's just taking a walk, riding a bike, something along those lines. The idea is while you're engaging in that exercise, focus just on that. Try to just push away everything else that's happening. Maybe you need to go to a gym. Maybe you need to do this in your basement, wherever it is where you can kind of essentially hide from what's going on and just take that 20 to 35 minutes or so to just focus on you and your exercise and try to get that release of tension and everything else. Next thing you can do is meditation. Now, this may feel very weird for a lot of people who've never tried it before. I know it was definitely strange the first time I did it, but just try with some basic meditative things. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. You can Google them and search for days on different ways to meditate. But just a very basic thing to just get started and try, just wherever you are, hopefully it's a quiet place, just sit down, try to relax and release all the tension in your muscles, and just breathe. Slow, deep breaths for 3 to 5 minutes, and try to remove all the thoughts in your mind. So close your eyes and just release. It's going to be a lot harder than you think. It's going to feel like hours are going by instead of just seconds. But just try to remove all those thoughts and just be present in the moment and relax. Another thing you can do that kind of ties those first 2 together is try some yoga. It's kind of trending right now. It's actually very good for you, and I found a lot of help in improving strength, flexibility, and everything else. But in this case, what we're trying to do is kind of take that exercise and meditation and kind of mold it into one. You get that healing of yoga with the mind and the body, and it's just controlled breathing, slow movements, and just try to help you relax. At the same time, you get all those benefits to your health as well. So look for a restorative or a yin yoga class nearby, or search for some of those postures that you can try and do in your own home, though it is nice if you have some kind of guidance from an instructor to make sure your movements are correct so that you don't injure yourself. That's always important as well. 2 more things to take a try at. Just take a break. Everything's going on in our busy lives, and we're running around from getting the kids to school, to making lunches, to going to work, coming home, kids' activities. Next thing you know, here we are again. It's almost 10 o'clock my time as I'm doing this video, and it's time to get to sleep. Back to our first thing, right? Make sure you get enough sleep. So, take a break. Step back. Even if it just means 5 or 10 minutes, you go for a walk, call and talk to a friend, whatever it takes to just remove yourself from the environment that's causing the stress and get that short break so your body can settle, calm down, go back to a normal stasis before you jump back into what's going on. And then finally, tied in with taking a break, be social. Do something that's fun for you. Maybe you want to go out to dinner, go to a movie, whatever it is that you enjoy, reading a book. Just make sure you have time for yourself. Schedule it in if you have to, 30 minutes, an hour, an evening somewhere, whatever it takes, again, to just remove yourself from that stressful environment and get that relax that your body needs before you get back into it either the next day or when you're finished. So hopefully you found these helpful. If you do, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. And this is our 4th in our series, so if you missed the first one, make sure you click on that link in the beginning of this video. And again, thanks for watching, and I hope you find these helpful.